Hello everyone, welcome to the second video about FOnline Ashes of Phoenix. This time we'll talk about factions and the interactions you'll have with them as one of their members. Soon after the beginning of your journey, there will be a choice to join one of the 4 factions competing to rule over Phoenix. The Jim and Jack and Joe Lawyer Agency is a group invested by the almost divine mission to restore the law in the wasteland. They're a sort of private army coming from California, acting according to a set of rules called the Codex of the Law. It is said that corruption is high among their ranks. The Family is a relentless organization which bases its strength on a solid relationship between its members, trying to act as a united family despite all the plots that often weaken it. Not long ago, they were still occupying the city, and now they're aiming to retake its control. The Brahmin Boys are a proud folk who only recently arrived from Texas to seek out new lands to conquer. While they might seem like your friendly neighborhood community, they don't refrain from using brute force to make anyone meet their demands. Their fragile unity is maintained by hard work, one of their main principles. Lastly, the V-Technologists. Their ranks are mainly composed by residents of Vault 7, but also more recently by recruited Wastelanders. This cunning force, exclusively led by women, has plans for the region, and uses all means to enforce its vision of the world. Their mastery of technology is unmatched in Arizona. Joining a faction will grant you different advantages thanks to the access you'll get to its headquarters. Headquarters constitute a perfect shelter for inhabitants of the wasteland, providing food and safety. In those hubs, you'll have your own personal space to store your equipment. You'll also have merchants to trade with, workshops to craft equipment, doctors to patch you up, people to give you advice, and sometimes opportunities to make money. Most importantly, you'll find people to cooperate with, for example in missions given by high-ranked members. Everywhere you go, traveling together with your mates, getting used to them, watching their backs and sharing the loot will make a difference. Relics that you'll find, for example, are exchanged with your faction for weapon blueprints. Depending on which weapon you wanna learn to craft, you might decide to exchange relics with other members around you. Being a part of the everyday life of your faction will improve your reputation. With a high reputation, you'll be authorized to access the heart of your headquarters, meeting your leaders and accessing advanced tasks and equipment. Together with your friends, you will earn the opportunity to form new platoons affiliated with the faction, reserving a part of the base for your own use. Such groups have the required strength to impact their faction's politics and determine their future. In a lawless society, shooting on sight and trusting no one can be a good survival strategy. However, Phoenix is not entirely lawless. Every action has a consequence in terms of reputation with the different factions, and as in most societies, you live and die by your reputation. If you maintain your relations with other factions, you will be seen by them as a friend, gaining the ability to visit them, to trade and even form mutually beneficial treaties and alliances. So while traversing the core is dangerous and requires quick reflexes, it also demands a measure of street smarts. If you expect to survive, you will have to kill, but knowing when and whom to kill may not always be clear-cut. Sometimes, even bitter enemies have more to gain from a temporary ceasefire than from old-fashioned combat. This is just a quick summary of what factions imply in Ashes of Phoenix. We want them to become micro-worlds with their own economies and intrigues and most of the power in the hands of players. Next video we'll talk about the character and his skills, so stay around. See ya!